Severos is a land of many beasts that we revere. The cunning wolf, the hardy camel, the fearless bison, the obedient horse. But no greater beast is there than the vulture, who shall devour everything when the world falls to ruin and decay.
My father would often say that the spirit bends to the needs of the flesh, just as the flesh bends to the desires of the spirit. Yet both can be bent with the right words. That may be the only truth he ever told me.
I met some crows this morning. They did not like you. It's okay. They're only a murder in name. Morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding.
It is peace. Anyway, we are live. Hello, everybody. Yeah, welcome back to Doskvol. I had to edit the trailer to, well, remove Glaiza's character, who died last session. And apparently I need to edit the trailer again because everybody is sliding around a little bit.
I love a good slide transition, okay? Like when I am given clearance to do a PowerPoint slide transitions.
It did lack a little bit of decorum there. I mean, just Taibhse just going like, and it's just, come on, Multo just died. But anyway.
Honestly, everyone else should get super serious things, but Taibhse should slide. She doesn't move.
Not sure.
Three
But
different
anyway.
transitions for all.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do the like spin and cut thing. Yeah.
Well, anyway, welcome back to Doskvol. Last session, I have already said that, we are grieving by sliding, possibly, but also possibly in other ways. We're grieving Multo, who sacrificed himself last session to pin down Mylera Clev, the leader of the Red Sashes that you have been at war with for the last 2, really 3 sessions, and in doing so has finished the war, because that allowed Carrion to take a lethal shot at Mylera and kill her. It did come at the cost of Multo's life. And yeah, with that, I think it's time for introductions. I'm Janis, he, him, I GM this. And right now, that is it. In a few weeks, on June 24th, I will GM another tragic story where everybody dies. Spoilers, it is the end of the Dwarves of Moria. But that is for later. I'll give a bit more info on that during our outros. For now, I'm going to popcorn it over to the killer of Mylera Clev, Andre.
Hello, I'm Andre, pronouns are he, they. And I am playing Carrion, whose pronouns are he, him. Not carry on. God damn it. I tried to enunciate it more, but it looks like he's a fucking luggage case. I do this for right now. I'll be doing stuff later this year on Find Out Productions. We'll popcorn over to Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Prince Infidel if you want to pour one out for your homies. You can find me here doing this, but also later this month on Juneteenth, you can find me running a very different kind of Blades game, Blades 68. Where we will be jumping 100 years into the swinging 60s to do more crimes. Like, honestly, just more crimes. And I will popcorn it over to Shiv, who's this way in my overlay, but not anyone else's.
That's not where I am. No. I'm Shiv, Dr. Rubble's PhD, also one of the founding members here at Find Out Productions. I can be found here, and then Dr. Rubble's PhD, literally everywhere. If you follow me anywhere, expect death fun facts. I will be doing a sequel to my parallel play series that I did with Glaiza before. And we are going to be exploring more solo TTRPGs and the fun ways that even with the same prompts, you can make new stories. And I will also be in a not yet announced campaign later this summer that I'm very excited about. For those of you who saw You Must Leave This Party Engaged, keep an eye out for Drusilla's return. If you want to see me be a Texan, follow, please. Come see me talk about Buc-ee's and Bass Pro Shop. And I will be playing Taibhse today, our Whisper, who has been in and out because I've been in and out, but my health is doing much better, and I appreciate people checking in on me. It's been a hard year, but I'm doing great. Taibhse, not so much. She has a passenger.
Yeah. Taibhse
The migraines be migraining, yo.
is a little possessed still.
Just a little bit. As a
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Taibhse's possession aside.
Honestly, probably relatively low on our priority list given everything else happening.
Oh, yeah, well. I mean, just to catch everybody up to where we're at. Last session, we ended with the death of Multo and Mylera Clev. Afterwards, there was very little time to hesitate. You had to get out of the cave system. It seemed as if with the death of Mylera, some kind of ward broke, and immediately, Taibhse, you heard the bells that signaled the imminent arrival of the spirit wardens. There was no time to even get to Multo's body or that of Mylera. All you could do is escape with your lives and the life of your horse, in Carrion's case.
We were all very glad the horse survived.
Yeah. But yeah, you had to, unfortunately, leave Multo behind. He was picked up, his remains, by the spirit wardens. And as you read later in the news, he was cremated, which means most likely so was his spirit as he was shoved into an electroplasmic furnace so he wouldn't rise as a ghost. And that is where we will see you now. A few days later, no sign of any ghosts. And also no sign of any red sashes who are licking their wounds somewhere else. Possibly in blue coat custody. Some of them also in their academy, but not anywhere on your turf anymore. We see you in Crumble Tower Court, your headquarters. Busier in some ways because your gang has grown, but also empty without the presence of Multo. And as you sit all there together, I would like to know how you process this together, if you do so at all.
I'll go ahead and start with Taibhse's grieving process because we all know it's going to be very normal and very, very stable because she's so stable right now. So we come into Taibhse in her lab of sorts. The tinkling of the pianist possessed doll being the only soundtrack for right now, and she's staring in the mirror. And there's lines that she's tracking, the veins on her face, but she's not looking at that. She's staring in the mirror, and her hands, her nails are kind of scratching at that bell on the back of her hand. And Taibhse, not the passenger, I do want to say this, it is Taibhse's thought, is the spirit wardens need to be taken out. They took it from me. They took him from me. I need to punish them because they're starting to get a little crossover there between her and the passenger. And she knows where their headquarters are, especially in Doskvol. And she's plotting to maybe want to do something dramatic because, well, they did their job, but she doesn't like their job, so and that's where she's at.
So, Eloji, who I realize I forgot to introduce before, him, he, he's in his new apartment. He's trying, he's, uh, it's very well appointed, definitely outside his price range, but he's uh, mm, luxuriating in it anyway. But at one point, he goes over. He's about to grab a bottle of something clearly alcoholic, and instead j- he grabs a small container of goat's milk and pours 2 glasses, remembering that Multo did not drink. And he picks up one glass and clicks it to the other. I, I never did like the way you got things done, but you always did get results. Takes a drink and just kind of stares at the untouched other glass for a long while.
I think over the past few days you have Shiv and Eloji, you have seen Carrion not really grieve in the same way that you all are. By all outward accounts, Carrion has just been carrying on as per usual. Like, still making sure everybody is eating and having check-ins for like what we're going to do next, reminding us about the Arms of the Weeping Lady deal that we struck with the Dimmer Sisters, that we're still on to finish that. And it seems as though he's not really processing what has happened outwardly. I think could I be devious and ask for a roll from both Eloji and Shiv?
Oh, okay.
Or Taibhse, I should say. Sorry.
Which role?
Would you please roll for me a study?
I assume would it be controlled or risky?
It'd be controlled.
Standard effect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She's a smart cookie.
Wow.
Eloji is distracted.
Yeah, Eloji's grieving. That lawnmower's so close to you. It's okay.
I have muted Shiv on OBS already.
Okay, just checking. Taibhse, you have become very aware of a little bit more of the personal side of Carrion as of late. And you can tell, even though Carrion is carrying on as if there has not been any major changes, you see that there is a kind of almost like a guilty twinge in his eye. Something that kind of belies the fact that he has been responsible for this to some degree, obviously. And almost like he has not paid penance in some way yet. Something seems to be kind of eating him inside.
Let me get through the leaf blower immediately outside my window, but Taibhse has a thing to do.
Cool. In the meantime, I think Carrion is going to hop over to Eloji.
You find Eloji in our headquarters. He's I think he's collecting any of he hasn't touched them before, but anything now of Multo's that was outside of Multo's room, he's slowly starting to collect and bring to Multo's room.
You see Carrion kind of looks over at all the collected items being piled on top of each other and saying, "Are you going to sell it?"
No, I just thought we shouldn't have it just out here while we're working.
Why?
I think it's better to have a clear workspace, clears the mind. It's also good for those of us who still have a heart.
Ooh. Carrion was facing away from you. And you see in this moment, Diogenes turns around and stares at you. A heart, you said?
I suppose that is what I said, yes.
Do you understand what a heart is?
Is this going to be another one of your old world stories? Because I'm not in the mood.
I think from the collection of Multo's items, you see Carrion just goes over and plucks a preserved heart in formaldehyde. This is what a heart is. It's the thing that pumps blood throughout your body. It's the thing that regulates your breathing. It's the thing that allows you to do what must be done.
From like the rafters, Taibhse swings down, hanging by her knees, and she goes, "You're not actually declared dead until when that stops. It's when your brain stops." Dangling there, just absolutely not even worried she's in a dress or anything, and just says, looks at Multo, just completely ignoring Eloji, and just goes, "It wasn't your fault."
I don't think.
Sorry, Taibhse is looking at Carrion.
Ariel, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I don't think, Eloji, you have a heart either. I don't think you would have had the heart to do what had to be done. If Multo told you to shoot him, would you have done it?
No, you're absolutely right. I would not have done it. Mm. But I guess I'm also the kind of person who mourns his friends when they're gone. Good thing we have you here, Carrion.
And with that, we're going to briefly cut away. Elsewhere in Doskvol, in an office room or a sitting room in the Red Sash Sword Academy in Crow's Foot, there are the surviving swordmasters of the academy, the ones that haven't been apprehended by the blue coats, and we see them just discussing very agitatedly, including like what to do with this upstart gang that Mylera had assured them had been taken care of in the past. Many different voices, but absolutely no consensus. And it's very clear that every single one of them is also very clearly angling for leadership of the Red Sashes. And the discussion grows more and more heated. It is very, very likely that this is going to go very poorly for some of them. And then the first sword is drawn. And that's where we cut back to 6 Towers. And I would like to see what Carrion does after this confrontation.
Yeah, Carrion is going to head back to Night Market to try and spend or deplete his stress, and he's going to overindulge. And I think he's going to lose his
oh, that's
his
a roll.
vice bride.
No,
Oh
that's
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. How do I roll that again?
That is just going to be a single dice fortune roll.
Okay.
Or just a regular d6 roll if you want to. Like, doesn't matter.
Okay. How you do it? Let's see. Oh dang it. Try that. Nope. Okay. Oh, I see. Hold on. roll 1d6. Okay, I got a 4.
Yeah, you attract trouble. You will face an entanglement. And I have, of course, just the thing for that. But describe describe how you overindulge. Like, first, how you indulge, and then how that gets out of control.
We've talked before about how Carrion doesn't really participate often in the casino that he goes to. He's watching probability take place. He's understanding the world via chance. And so a lot of times he's just witnessing other people playing cards, dice, roulette wheels. And I think he begins to become very critical of how other people are playing the games. And I don't think he's like going up and like telling them off or anything, but I think he's very agitated watching people not kind of trying to play. Like, a lot of the people who come to night market are more so just trying to have a good time, just kind of blow money. Carrion thinks that's horrendously wasteful. Like, it like, obviously you're not likely to get a huge score from gambling, but you should be fucking trying. And I think he's getting irritated for sure.
And there is one woman who just picks up on this pretty much immediately and just looks over to Carrion a few times, increasingly irritated herself, and then just finally just slams her cards on the table, draws a knife from her belt, stabs the cards with them, gets up in a very thick Scovian accent, just what do you want from me, huh?
Do I recognize this woman?
Yeah, actually. I think at first not so much, but since you have been spying on Ironborn, that is Ironborn's sister.
Whoa, sister drop. That's crazy. Okay. That's pulling out the knife is nuts. I think Carrion is going to be looking at this, and Diogenes toddles back from like the buffet with like a full plate of like the boiled chicken that the boiled pigeon that they have, and sets it on the table and is also kind of observing. I want to know what Diogenes is thinking right now with our mind link.
Diogenes is not really concerned about her, but more just as she becomes alerted, of course, he does just give her a look and just, this one, inebriated, not understanding the purpose of what is transpiring here. Inconsequential.
Maybe. I think Carrion will approach from the back towards Ironborn's sister.
Oh, I mean, she has just yelled at you. You can't just.
Oh, she yelled at me. Oh,
yeah.
I think Carrion has a cigar and kind of looks her up and down, takes a big drag, and then just blows the smoke in her face. Can I help you?
She just inhales it and blows it back at you. Like, what, that make you think you're tough, little man? She is taller than you, by the way, by like at least
Yeah.
a full man.
Definitely. I really did not want to do this.
What? You
Uh,
come to a casino. You look at other people. You grunt to yourself like some little pig. And then somebody says something to you. You don't want to do this. Do what? Do what, little man?
And then Carrion will shoot all 6 bullets from his revolver towards Ironborn's sister.
Okay. That is going to be a roll.
Yeah.
And I guess that's skirmish for you.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
not hunt for sure.
No, God, no.
This is going to be, because you didn't really check around or anything, this is going to be desperate.
Okay, that's fine. Could I get a devil's bargain?
Yeah, sure. The devil's bargain is very simple. Ironborn is there.
Oh, great. Awesome.
You wanted it.
You know,
What did you expect
that's fine.
from me?
You know what? We're this deep.
You don't
Why
need to
not?
take it, but it is
Like-
the bargain I'm offering.
I don't, whatever. We're lost without Multo. It's okay. A mixed success.
Okay. The mixed success. I'm gonna leave this up to you. The mixed success is either you fully succeeded at what you want, which is you kill her, I assume. But she is not just going to get a good swing on you, but also as you start shooting, this is the choice you have. She is going to get a very good swing on you. By the way, are you still injured?
Oh, yeah. He's fucked up.
I think I almost need to ask for a reroll because you should have rolled.
Yeah.
But that's. I think we can go with the mixed success. It's the most likely outcome anyway. But I think you should be rolling at -1 die if you're injured
Okay.
and you want to do this with a quick reflex. So
Yeah.
I guess reroll, but
Sure.
you might roll
That's
a 6.
fine.
Who knows?
Yeah. Standard, no bonus dice. No, that was the one. No,
That's the
it's
one, yeah,
over.
okay. I mean, okay, in this case, I mean, you do hit her. It's very close quarters. The failure is not that you don't hit her. The failure is that you don't incapacitate her.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just, the other failure is also that your bullets do hit something or someone. You just start, I mean, you are a little slow on the draw because of your injuries from last time. She just ducks out of the way, gets a grazing shot. Another one does hit her in the shoulder. You hear a scream as one of the waiters of the casino just topples over. You hear glass shattering as she goes down, and then all of a sudden, as you're again slightly delayed in your reactions, a Skovlan war axe is coming right at you. And from the other side of the casino, louder than the screaming of all the patrons and staff, is a booming voice. Just, what the fuck is going on? As Ironborn will make his entrance here. And you're going to take another level 2 harm.
Okay, so that's
get an
that is
extra
unfortunately just level 3 harm at this point. So
because you have no room for extra harm. Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. You stagger back from the injury and just hear this goblin woman just yell, "Oof! Join me, brother. And yeah, now I guess Carrion is getting tag teamed.
Oh, great.
Or what is your next move here?
I can't stay.
Yeah, I know.
I think the move is just get the fuck out of here. I think he will try and escape and get back on his horse if he still has it. I don't think he's returned it yet.
No, I think the horse is yours for a while yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. What would you say that is? Would you say that's just running
Prowl?
away? Oh, okay, I have 0 in prowl. Desperate. Standard effect. I mean,
hey, I have a devil's bargain.
Sure.
You have your guns in hand, right?
Yeah, I do.
You can just toss them. They're empty, but you can just toss them to buy yourself a little bit of time, and you will not have them for the next score.
Ooh. That would be my 2 revolvers.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that. I need something. I need something. A 4. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, describe as you just make your getaway here, and at some point I may interrupt you as you will face a consequence.
I think as Carrion realizes kind of just, oh shit, this is Ulf Ironborn's sister, he just takes both of his pistols, holds them by their by the barrel, and kind of flings them both at them, hitting them both in the head for like no damage. It doesn't do anything. But it's just enough time for him to just like scramble out of there and get on the horse. And dash as fast as he can away.
Mm-hmm. You do dash away, but I mean, the sister is. You shot her first and then hit her in the face with a revolver at point blank range.
Yeah.
You more or less pistol whipped her.
Yeah.
But Ironborn, I mean, you threw the revolver at him, hit him, sure, but there was more distance there, so he could recover much more quickly, and he is faster than you right now. Maybe not in general, but you are carrying a lot of injuries with you. So just as you get on the horse, you just, at some point, hear your horse just neigh in a panicked way as Ironborn has just grabbed this horse by the legs and is not letting go, and is apparently strong enough to hold you in place for a moment.
Ooh. In a panic, Carrion is going to pull out the bone knife from the museum and embed it directly into Ironborn's wrist.
Stay here. You. I know you. Don't I?
I would hope so.
And you still can't let the war end? Then get off your horse and fight.
Ooh. Oh. No, his pride. Oh. Oh no.
You can resist the consequence of the challenge here, I think, but that's going to cause you stress immediately after clearing it.
Yeah. Sure. I'll roll resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it. -1 because of all my damage, right?
No, that's just a resolve roll. I
Okay.
mean, if anything, all the damage should give you a +1 because you know how bad this is gonna go. But no, it's just a resolve roll.
Okay, great. 5.
Okay, one stress for you, as at some point during this challenge, the horse does manage to free itself, kicks Ironborn, who does stumble backwards but does not fall over,
Mm-hmm.
and you're away.
I think as he's running, he would say, "So much for the war being over." He's not even headed back to Six Towers. He's just running.
All right. Well, with that, I think we end this day. Elsewhere in Doskvol, there's a more somber end to the day as the dim light of the sun becomes even dimmer in the sky. The twilight, a permanent twilight, becomes a little darker. And we see a man close his shop for the day as he locks the door with shaking hands. It is Cedric Falk. Well, at least it is quieter now, I suppose. No more daily visits by the sashes. Guess I do have to thank you for that. And we see in the store, as he looks through the window inside, there's a portrait of a certain Malik Isagani that he had commissioned, almost as a little bit of a joke, because you met him as you stole a portrait for him. But of course, now that joke is one that he'll never get to tell. And he wipes a tear off his wrinkled face and walks away. He goes home alone. And the next day, we will see what Taibhse is doing.
If we're going to be indulging our vices, Taibhse's vice is weird. Just weird. Weird. So Taibhse is going to go to the Dimmer Sisters, the church, because they liked her so much last time. And I've been over here mentally flipping a coin on whether or not she was going to try to do like a Scientology run to see if she could get to whatever they're hiding in the basement without being caught. I landed on she's going to try a direct approach, which is obviously going to go really well. So she does. She shows up at the church, walks in like she's allowed to, and try to find somebody. Hopefully, one that speaks. The other one didn't talk to her much. And she's got her big bag of whatever she carries, and she does have a notebook out because she's a scientist. She writes things down.
Yeah, I mean, the Dimmer Sisters don't so much have a church as they have this little shrine, perhaps, not to any deity that you would recognize, of course. And it's very rare to find any of them outside, but Sister Honorata is possibly the only one that is outside. You do find her, once again, the candle just burning in her hand, wax covering her hand.
She approaches, having not walked the street, but has gone through like over the roofs and stuff like that, and so she climbs down the side of the nearest building and just says, I have questions for you. Lots of questions. Would like to speak to someone who knows lots of answers.
My dear, which one of you has questions?
Well, the other one doesn't really ask questions about anyone else but me, so me.
I see. As fate would have it, I also have a question.
Everyone does.
My question is more, you are going to this charity ball, are you not, as we agreed?
You see her. Okay, so the process of her face is this is new information to her. Then did that get said to me and did I forget it?
At some
and
point
then,
you should have
yeah,
probably
no, this is just Taibhse and characters.
Yeah.
This is new information to me. Was this told to me and I forgot it? And then Multo was always the one that was able to keep me on schedule. And so it's like surprise, a little bit of like confusion as she's racking the memory, and then grief crosses her face. Is the kind of process, and she says, I never got to go to balls unless something was very wrong. That sounds fun.
I see. But that does not truly answer my question.
If you say I need to go, then I'm going. I will.
Wonderful. You do need to go. And
I'm not very good at keeping track of real time. So I will tell someone else to let me know the day.
then, what question was it that brought you to me today, my dear?
I have recently found myself as the de facto academic in my friends, and I want to study something. And you have cool things to study. Is there something you'd be willing to let me poke at? And I'm going to ask because I'm being polite instead of finding it myself.
Study, yes. I suppose. And I suppose this has something to do with the other one who is sharing your vessel with you right now.
I mean, if it's connected, that would at least be able to further the experiments that I've been conducting. I just want to know something. Right now, I don't know a lot. And I just want to win.
So, is that your aim then? To excise the other one? Not to understand it?
No, it's gonna stay here, because if it's in me, it doesn't hurt anyone else. Maybe if there's some sort of box with a lock, I could put it in so it stops messing up my face.
It is a spirit, but yes. As I said, you do share the same vessel, and with that she just gives you a pinch. And as she says vessel, you see a change in her eyes. her usually like almost blind eyes suddenly look very clear, but there is a glow in them that looks a little bit like just pure electroplasm. And you would realize immediately what this means. It does mean that she herself is using this old woman as a vessel.
That is enough to ping Taibhse's weird vessel or a vice, because she goes, "No one knows this but me and her. But I did something similar. And I didn't know it was one of my friend's friends. Well, the vessel. The ghost and I were friends. And I was trying to see if I could do it, and I did it."
You now.
Can I tell you my process and you help me?
I would like to hear more, and perhaps you can look at the collection that we have gathered over the years of lesser spirits. By the way, and as you just walk away, and she has invited you to the like haunted house of the Dimmer Sisters. By the way, dear, you are in a very dangerous profession. Have you given thought to what should happen to your spirit should the same fate befall you as did your friend?
I don't want anything to happen to my spirit.
Then
I mean, I
perhaps we
just
shall
wanted
also
to.
talk about that.
I want a funeral. I want to lie and rest.
Nobody gets to do that anymore. It's the fire or eternity.
Not if I can help it. And the rest of the walk is Taibhse describing, everyone gets to know this, how she managed to find a practically empty vessel in Eloji's friend Rudy and put a ghost in it. And how she managed to do that to see if she could. Mostly because she was trying to figure out what made Skurlock tick.
Elsewhere in Doskvol, we see preparations underway in the Arms of the Weeping Lady, magnificent old building, once an opera house, which now means that every yelled command of this table goes there and so on echoes all through it. And we see both the regular people that run this, once opera, now a poorhouse and almshouse. But also we see a delegation arrive of the Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh. And I think I'm going to leave that up to Prince. How does this delegation look? What are they wearing? What are they perhaps bringing to this charity ball? And who is among them?
So, while most of them seem to be dressed in just regular clothes, you can tell a distinct difference between the lay people who are maybe volunteering or being voluntold, more likely, to help out, and the actual members of the cloth who are in these very stuffy, pressed like black on black robes with collars, though the priest collars have different colors to denote different ranks. Uh, Amongst them, you see one older black man in a like uh, sort of cardinal red collar with uh, hanging from his neck is like this long gold chain with gold coins worked into it, and a like like a weeping skeletal like torso made of gold and silver or hanging as mm, hanging from it. And as they come in, there are nuns looking very similar to the Dimmer sisters and how they dress, as but again more pressed, more clean. And some of them have veils over their eyes, and they are carrying banners and censers mm, mm, with the symbol of the church, as well as more like skeletal and flesh, like dead but not quite symbology as they walk through.
And what is the title of the leader? What rank does he hold?
Several, but
Yeah.
I believe his formal highest title is Grand and Proctor.
Then we see Mother Naria approach, local, not local celebrity, but well known among the poor and downtrodden of Six Towers. An older woman, still mostly black hair, but with voluminous white streaks at the temples. Her eyes look so very kind, but also very alert, and she immediately spots this delegation and just weaves her way through all the help here. Most of them, as soon as they recognize she's coming through, make way. She's small, but she is the one in charge here. She is running the arms of the Weeping Lady. And she takes a very deep bow. Ah, Grand Proctor, a pleasure to welcome you here. Everything is prepared. And we're going to switch scenes, I think, to Eloji.
Eloji is at his new fancy apartment. Hal has come over and is delivering a what we the audience would recognize as it's a rug made from something like a bear, but is very clearly has traits not of any natural creature we know of. And Hal like lays it out, and Eloji brings over like this clearly overpriced crystal bowl of mushrooms and what looks like dried fruits. It's who knows where he got those or how expensive those are, and kind of motions for Hal to lay down on the rug he just delivered, and they sit down and start drinking and feeding each other.
I was just going to say, Howard does not even really need an invitation to lay down there. Just does it. My question is, as you're indulging with Howard, this could go so badly. Is this? Are you at 6 or more stress? Are you going to overindulge with?
No,
Howard?
I am just below 6.
Okay,
So
good. I'm glad, because otherwise, yeah, we already had to put a very sad end to one gay relationship. It's been a bit interesting. Unfortunate, let's say, to end another one. Yeah.
My purveyor is the apartment itself. So
yeah,
I guess losing this purveyor would, I don't know, we are too
you
loud.
get a noise complaint or something. I don't know.
Then, as you indulge with Howell, he's going to, as he bites down on another fruit that you have fed him. These are dried fruits, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then there is no juice running down his mouth. Anyway, he's that is most wonderful. I do wonder what I have done to deserve such a treat, but also, is this perchance just a distraction? You did lose a friend, after all.
There are times in life where distraction is the best. Indulgence one can do. We just life is short, it's messy, and is far too often cruel.
That it is. And I do not begrudge you using me as a distraction. If that is what you wish, I stand ready as your loyal hound. But I must also say, you're right, of course. This life takes much from all of us. And I do already sometimes wonder what I were to do if something would happen to my sister. She is the one that undertakes the riskier part of the missions that we do, of course, when it comes to extracting and moving merchandise. It's not unlikely that something will happen to her, and yet still I had my own brush with this ironborn fellow. It could happen so fast.
If your sister ever needs a place to lay low, there's here. There are other places that I could help stash her away. As for Ironborn, he's He's a problem that will be dealt with in time. It will just take time.
Sure. When the time comes, do let us know. But for now, I think there's perhaps something more entertaining that we could do on this unfortunate creature's hide than talk about the dead.
Oh, my loyal hound. What exactly do you have in mind?
Oh, come on. That's why we're going to switch scenes before we run afoul of any TOS. Again, this is where we'll end the day. And the next day, I think we see all three of you together in Crumble Tower Court or elsewhere, up to you.
Carrion works for us.
Yeah.
Rough
Oh, you're
night.
muted, Shiv.
Taibhse is sitting on Carrion's shoulder. He looks like he's been run over by the entire Atlanta
I'm not
traffic.
sure. If
I don't think I
Carrion's
could
shoulder
even
can
do
carry.
that right now.
Yeah.
No. Well, then she's sitting at shoulder level and is gently patting possibly something with antiseptic on it on one of your wounds.
Eloji comes in looking great. He's clean, he's beaming. Did you have a rough night?
Yes. I had the run-in with Ironborn and his sister.
Everyone has dangerous sisters now. Where?
You look like you've been mourning.
I have. So how badly did you lose?
Got on with my life.
I was about to say, if he's still alive, it's not really a loss.
I had to sacrifice my pistols.
Those can be replaced. Right?
At least you're still alive. Although she's gonna go grab his reserve of whiskey, pour Carrion a drink, and pass it over.
He will take it. And instead of drinking it, he's applying it to the wounds that Taibhse has not yet tended to.
She's focusing more on his face, and when he starts kind of doing body stuff, she goes, "Well, it's always very important to start with the face because there's this triangle of death here that if anything gets infected, it could be very bad."
He pulls up a seed.
Oh, go ahead.
He pulls up a seed. Is it bad? I mean, it looks bad, but looks can be deceiving.
I'm either going to have to rest up for a good while or find a miracle worker.
I spoke to people who do miracles yesterday. Maybe they could help us.
I think Carrion has a realization of someone that he could seek out. Do you all need more help with the occult, ghosts, rituals?
Huh.
God bless you, Luna. Sorry, I don't know if that got
A
you.
sneezing ghost.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it is at this point that you realize that there is actually a sneezing ghost.
What rituals? I like rituals.
Depends on the need. I have a connection who knows far more than I do about how to handle that. And I could go and talk to her and see if she would be willing.
What
Does she have a
terms
ritual
are you?
to... Oh, go on.
I just
Go on,
want to
Dan.
know what terms you're on, because it does seem a lot of people don't like us here, and I don't think you limping to someone who ends up not also liking us might be bad. You are, as one would say, on death's door, lovingly.
We have a back and forth relationship. But mutually beneficial when it matters.
Well, self-interest is the best social lubricant, so if
And
you
I
think this
think-
individual can help, then
I think with that, we're going to switch scenes to when you actually meet this individual. Where do we meet them?
That's a great
Going
question.
to take us over to Roll20. There's somebody that no longer needs to be here. Goodbye, my Lyra.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Let's see. I'm kind of wondering if she's actually set up in the city proper, or maybe just on the outskirts of town. I could see both, depending on the situation. I don't know
There
how.
is. I mean, depending on what that means, there is. What is it called? The farm area just outside of, well, kind of outside the city. That would be Dunslow.
Dunslow. Yeah, maybe in
Which-
Dunslow.
By now has kind of been turned into also the site of the prison. And then there's also the farming area of Barrowcleft. Which is just the most rural you'll probably get in Doskvol.
Let me look at Barrowclef. Ooh, that is
This is
like
where you
on
have-
the other
That's
side.
on the other
of town.
side of the town. Yeah.
We'll go to Dunslow. It's fine.
Yeah. So you cross the many canals of Doskvol, going from just in the northeast all the way to the southwest. you cross, interestingly enough, you cross Crow's Foot, where you once plied your trade. You see the Red Sash Sword Academy looming over the district, but you have nothing to fear from it right now. And you make your way through Silk Shore, where there's a park where one of you is no longer welcome, all the way to Barrow Cleft.
Oh, I wanted to go to Dunslow. Sorry.
Oh, Dunslow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dunslow.
It's all good.
Yeah. Then you go through Barrow Cleft to Dunslow. Dunslow, destitute. See Ironhook Prison, which, as you've read in the news, has recently been missing some of its prisoners who have disappeared after a trip to the Deathlands. And then you come to the home of Ula, I believe. What does that look like, outside and inside?
Ooh. I think before you even arrive, you can smell this house. It smells extremely fragrant of weirdly very delicious things. You can smell paprika and cumin and spices and like the scent of like delicious broiled meats and like the scent of onions in the air that have been grilled and sauteed. It smells very different from the rest of Dunslow.
Yeah, these are foods that are barely, if at all, even available anymore. The onions, sure, you can get those, but paprika, that is rich people food. The poor get maybe an onion, and with the onion you get a side of eel, and that's a meal.
Yeah.
And that's a good meal.
That's a good meal. I think the residency that Ula has set up is not even an actual like building that is still standing. It's not even like a there's not a landlord here. It's a collapsed ruin that has kind of fallen on top of itself, and you see these curtains very similar to the ones that Carrion has in his kind of like room corner, of just these kind of like hung rugs, and he will follow the scent deeper inside of this abandoned building.
Yeah, and that is where we're going to go on break. We're back in this abandoned house that Carrion has just entered. Is Carrion entering that alone? Where are Eloji and Taibhse?
I don't know if Carrion would have brought either of them with.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, if I have Andre's permission, Taibhse wouldn't have taken no. You said you needed a miracle worker, and Taibhse wants to know who this is.
So maybe you're like sneaking around.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it sneaky. She would have tried to be very obvious about coming with, but if Carrion really did turn around and like dad voice like go home, then yeah.
Oh yeah, he would have been like, do not. Yeah.
Okay.
So she's
in that case. In that case, I'm trying to do. Please open Taibhse's character sheet for me. Thank you. In that case, yeah, Taibhse can roll prowl.
Risky. Yeah, I'd say risky.
I don't know. Like position and effect don't really matter here because Andre is going to get to narrate the consequences.
Okay.
Yeah. I would also
she
like
good.
I would also like to roll prowl.
Oh, okay.
Sure. You know what? Just be creeping.
Look.
You're beat to hell.
Like, I think she's noticed that one of your eyes is like maybe like swollen shut, and she's remaining back behind that. Like,
Mm.
she's smart, okay? Like, she's misguided, but she's incredibly intelligent.
I will say, I mean, okay, it already just fails. I would suggest as a mixed success line, but I'm going to leave it up to Andre in the end. Maybe the mixed success is that Carrion doesn't notice Taibhse, but Diogenes does. But Diogenes doesn't say anything.
I like that.
Diogenes, gee, we got this.
Uh-huh.
That's not going to bite me in the ass whatsoever.
No, never. No.
I think as just as Carrion is entering the building, what does Eloji do that notifies Carrion that he is here?
I think based on your descriptions before, like Eloji has somehow managed to get surprisingly close. Oh, probably because you're injured and distracted. But then you hear his stomach rumbling, and you turn just at the right moment to see him right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the luxury goods that are getting Eloji.
I think Carrion just turns around and looks at Eloji.
Oh, this is an interesting neighborhood. Is this where your miracle worker is? Or just stopping by for the food?
A bit of one, a bit of the other. You sound hungry. Why don't you come inside?
Eloji follows Carrion in.
Carrion will actually like kind of bow and like beckon you forward.
Eloji's deeply suspicious of that and very cautiously walks in.
And then you hear just kind of just tippy tapping footsteps, but also it's just there's just kind of a very heavy sound as Ula barefoot is just making her way towards you, just somewhat peeking out of a door frame. No door remains in there. And the first thing you see of Ula is not Ula herself, but the skull of an animal that she is wearing as a headdress. And courtesy of Andre, this is Ula's art.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
I
yeah,
respect.
holding a kitchen knife. How does she actually address Carrion?
What kind of pet name would she give Carrion?
Okay, it's neither Carrion nor Platon. Okay.
No, it's something both kind of romantic and also somewhat demeaning. Something almost subservient. Like, I mean, like my pet would be appropriate, I think.
Hmm. She just runs her finger across the knife. And just, my pet, come in here, come in. And you brought a friend. It is a friend, is it not? Again, just running her finger or her thumb across the knife as she says that. Right?
Carrion will look to Eloji to confirm.
Yes, we are friends.
You seem like the best of friends. Just come on in then, come on in.
Carrion will enter and very reverent, almost chivalry like, kneels down before Ula and will grab her hand and kiss the back of it.
And she just pats your head. That's good.
Eloji, this is Ula. She is a witch.
Yes, many people call me that. A witch, a wise woman. I'm also a cook, however. I have a fresh catch of the day if you would like.
Eloji bows to her. Thank you for having us in your home.
Oh, my home is open to anybody. Up to a point. Now, would you like to have something to eat? Your stomach is grumbling a little bit there, my child.
I would love to. Thank you so
Then
much.
take a seat, take a seat. And what does the interior here look like?
Yeah, you see, as you're walking through, it is both getting hotter and steamier. You're seeing like vapor from a large boiling cauldron rising in the air, but your feet are very cold, and you see hanging from the ceiling like full racks of meat, almost like a meat locker. And these are like bifurcated. These are full cuts of legs and arms. And some of them look like, like normal animals that you would like. There's like a bucket of eels. You can see there's like some like goat every once in a while, but some of these also don't look like animals.
And Taibhse, actually, you make your way through here undetected with an asterisk.
As far as she knows, she's been yeah, she's crawled in on and through what I would assume the equivalent of a window, though it does sound like it's kind of ruined, so it's probably just a frame, and is kind of moving. So everyone walked in front door, moving back. Taibhse started at the back and is kind of crawling over things and remaining
then
out of sight.
I think if you start in the back, that also means you come by the kitchen at some point, which has a bubbling cauldron from which just the most delicious scent comes. And
probably to everyone else, Taibhse is like a no spice, plain food person. So like it's a little overwhelming for her.
Yeah.
And she digs into her bag of many things and just takes out like essentially like a surgical mask with like what we like an oil that she would an approved scent, and puts it over because it's very overwhelming. But before she does that, she takes a whiff to see if she can smell anything she does recognize, like death or decay or something like that, because she
oh
she
no, this is wonderfully fresh meat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't smell anything you recognize. I mean, you smell meat. It's actually, interestingly enough, it is a smell of meat that you probably have barely ever smelled something like that before. Like, you know the smell of rat meat, of eel. You know the smell of eel so very, very well. Pigeon, perhaps. occasionally there's the smell of just, old goat when one of the just draft goats has been put down and butchered. But this is something different. This is again something that you can't make out what kind of meat it is, but you would expect that like Taibhse would think like, oh, no idea what that is. Probably something that usually only rich people have, and not just little ladies that live alone in a ruined building. And also, like in this kitchen, which has just not just this cauldron, there's also a fresh cut of meat lying there. There are spices in containers. Some also just hung out to dry. There are bottles.
Taibhse,
Mostly
much
empty,
like me,
but
cannot resist empty little glass containers. So she is going to go investigate those.
Yeah. Can you make a fortune roll?
Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Oh, find the right tab, Shiv. Here we go. Fortune. How many dice do I get for this fortune roll?
Oh, just one.
Just one. Okay.
It's yeah.
Jesus, what is wrong with me today?
I mean, that's okay. It's not a bad roll. Yeah. One of these bottles is not empty. In one of these bottles, you see something swirling, but you can't quite make it out. And then you hear the pat, pat, pat of footsteps coming your way as Ula, whistling a merry little song to herself, is making her way to the kitchen, and you have to vacate the premises.
I stash the bottle on my person and climb up the wall.
I was going to say you can't make it out.
If you just get on top of something.
You can get the bottle.
Yeah.
You can get the bottle, but then you're not getting out of here.
I don't need to be out, just up. Most people don't look up, so yeah, she just gets on top of something and presses herself against it. She's wee, she'll be fine.
Okay. If you say so. Then yeah, you grab the bottle and immediately you feel just this kind of cold sensation, and you realize that this is probably a spirit bottle. And then Ula comes in. I think you'll have to prowl again.
Let's do it. All right.
You're gonna be at -1 die because you stole, and she's gonna recognize that as well, probably.
All right. That's standard. Hold on. How do I do -1? There we go. Okay. So -1. There we go.
Do you want to push yourself or something, or do you just? Are you just gonna?
I would love to push myself in this moment. If I can get through this entire scene without anyone knowing I was here, it'll be great. So I will push myself. So what is that? 2 stress?
2 stress for an extra die. Yeah.
2 stress for an extra die. I will take it. 9. It's fine. It's only stress.
Okay.
It's not
trauma. Yeah. Ula pauses. And I could have sworn I left you here, but we'll get to that later. Goes to the cauldron, fills 3 bowls with just this, yeah. To most people, it would smell delicious, with this delicious stew. Taibhse apparently doesn't like spices. Anyway, Ula masterfully almost just balances all 3 bowls on one arm, leaves the kitchen, kicks with her back heel the door shut, and locks the door. As she has no idea who took this bottle, but maybe they're still in there. And she returns. Now, boys, just as a little question, my pet, you didn't bring anybody else with you, did you?
I think Carrion will look to Eloji again to confirm. Was anyone else with you? Because I thought I was going in alone.
I thought you were going in alone as well. I followed you on my own. It occurs to me I don't actually know what happened to Taibhse. That could be anything.
You see a deathly serious look on Carrion's face, not like the scowl, like the kind of angry dad energy he's given before, of like, you really need to be honest right now, because if you are lying, we are all fucked. This is like a somewhat genuine, fearful expression from Carrion, which you see very rarely.
I genuinely came here alone. I do not know what happened to Taibhse. If there is someone here, I hope it's her.
It just slams down the bolts at this point. Taibhse, you say? Maybe I'll find somebody by that name later. You wouldn't want to give me a description, would you? Just so I can return her safely. By the way, that's a lie. There's not really much of an intent to return anybody safely.
Well, if it is Taibhse, she's a member of our crew. She's a dear friend. And obviously, you are most gracious to friends of Carrion here.
Oh, my boy, he can always find more friends. And he should really have friends that don't steal from me.
She's so special.
Is she?
That's part of why I came to see you.
Well. You can tell me all about how she is special later, but for now, we don't even know if she's here. Perhaps it was just... Oh, who knows? It could be anything. Now sit down and enjoy your meal. And just puts just big wooden spoons in the bowls. Look like, again, wooden spoons. It's pretty much petrified wood, but still rare enough to have those.
And you see Carrion looks his most gentlemanly he's seen this whole campaign so far. Like sitting upright at the table, like very, very proper for what he has usually acted like so far.
Ula just looks, oh, come on, no need to be so stiff, and just lays and just slurps it down. And oh yeah, that's a good one there. And you? Looking at Eloji.
Oh, thank you. And it smells so good that he has to like hold himself back from just like dive again and like takes a taste.
Oh, trust me, just eat. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. It's unlike anything you've ever had before, and that is not a lie.
I'm assuming it tastes great.
Oh yeah. Again, the spices, the vegetables, the meat, wonderfully seasoned. Really, again, unlike anything you've ever had before. It's not rat. It's not goat. It's definitely not eel. Or any kind of fish, really.
So he like one after the initial taste, he like dives in and is like really going into it. It's like, some
That's what I thought.
when I was a boy, my my father took me to the capital just the once. It's a strange place, to say the least. But they had some kind of meat there. It's not this, but similar, perhaps. I think they called it pork or something like that. It has a similar texture to this.
Oh, yes. Pork. Wonderful, is it not?
This is wonderful, and pork is quite good as well.
Right, yes.
Is this pork? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, this is something different.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to share
actually.
your secrets.
It's from Eruvia, actually, I believe. And that's no lie.
Oh. I don't believe I've had any meat from Eruvia. What's it called?
Eruvia.
That's it.
Well, anyway, my boy, why did you bring your friend here?
Well,
or why did you come to me?
I wanted to talk to you in private, but
Oh,
Eloji
well.
could not help himself. He simply had the
Well, let's ask your friend here. That Eloji, you said, was your name, or what you call yourself at least. I do like to have somebody's real name, but I can call you friend or pet, whatever you like, or Eloji, I suppose.
Eloji or friend are both excellent things to call me, I feel.
Well then, my pet. What do you want to do to entertain yourself while he and I have a little talk?
I don't suppose you have any books around here. I love to read.
Oh, all sorts. What would you like to read up on? I have the old stories of Severus here. I have many a recipe.
I would love a recipe book.
And she's, oh, wonderful, wonderful. Just jumps up, kicks back her chair doing that, waddles over to a bookshelf and doesn't even have to look for it, just grabs a thick leather-bound tome and just throws it over to you. Now then, you have your fun with that. If any of the ingredients in there don't mean anything to you, just ask me later. But for now, I think, yes, my pet, would you like to come help me clean up the kitchen and we can have our talk there?
Of course, my lady.
And we're going to cut over to Taibhse. Is Taibhse just going to chill out in the kitchen, or is Taibhse trying to get out?
No, she's trying to get out. She wants to explore more of this house, but kind of feels like she's possibly given away her position, so she would try to get out. Especially if she could have overheard the conversation.
Yeah. There are two ways out for you. The first one is the door. The other way out is another door, but not one that exists in this world.
You know, Taibhse still hasn't quite learned her lesson. Pulls out the ghost key on top of whatever she has.
You have no idea where that's going to lead. You do have.
It's worked every time so far. So yeah,
I mean, I will say that Taibhse hasn't learned her lesson, but Taibhse isn't stupid either. You are in the house of a witch. Wherever this leads, the witch also knows.
That's fair. No, then she'll do mundane. Yeah, she's smart. She would know that. It would be traced. And it's less easy to trace if she were to just do it.
At least the witch will know where to look later, like, for sure.
Yeah. So I think she's going to try to go out the door, probably even leave it slightly cracked so it doesn't click closed behind her if it clicks.
There is going to be, I believe, finesse roll then.
Finesse.
It's not a very complicated lock. It is a lock. So you can just finesse it open. It's not something that really requires study or tinker. And I think there's nothing to study there, but you can maybe use study.
It's one different. I think if she were to, I would argue finesse because it's going to be her trying to do it swiftly. Yeah. I would say study, but I am going to hamper myself.
I was going to say, like, I could give you study, but at the cost of stress, as you have to really just like focus.
Yeah. No, she's just trying to get out. So yeah, we'll do. I'm trying to think if I can make an argument for a bonus die.
I'm not really sure what Devil's Bargain would be here. I mean, there's really only the outcome of you get discovered or not.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just I won't make any arguments. We'll
and
see.
Eloji isn't.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Her finesse
you know what?
is just jiggle the doorknob.
Yeah, but you know what? It seems to work, and the door opens, but not because of anything you did. Taibhse, right? I've heard so much about you.
You see glaring red eyes out of Carrion, and he is not looking through Diogenes right now.
I like, it's one of those things where I think that she would probably think Taibhse's really scared of her. No, it's Taibhse looking at Carrion just being like, I'm more scared that he knows I'm here than she does. So she just goes, oh, wrong ghost portal, and goes to walk the turnaround.
No. You have to stay. I have heard so much about you, how special you are, and that can't be about your skill in opening locks or hiding yourself very well. So I would like so much to know what it is that makes you so special. And she just pinches Taibhse's cheek and keeps on pinching and does not let go.
Taibhse's just like, there's the only thing special about me is I am the emotional support ghost talker. Please just, and she's trying to like, she's not like being touched by strangers.
Just, yeah. Are you just going to just rip yourself free there?
I think she's got about 5 seconds before she does it at the expense of her own well-being.
Yeah. I mean, it just hurts. It's not going to give you a level of harm or anything. It just
she does not like being touched by strangers. She's not. Nope. It's just I might be playing Taibhse a little with the touch of the tism, so she doesn't like when people she doesn't know are in her bubble. And I think that's more.
Ula does not vacate your bubble, though. Ula just, I mean, she stops touching you, but she just pets over and just, Mighty, there is something very special about you. Is there not? What happened to your eye, I wonder?
I think at this point, Carrion is closing the door between him and Eloji in the other room as he's reading the cookbook. And he will move forward behind Ula and says, Taibhse, do you remember when you saw the end?
I didn't see the end of anything.
I think Carrion will turn back to Ula and says, Ula, Taibhse is the conduit to the end. And Diogenes will get to eat.
That's special.
I'm holding a thing for safekeeping. No ends, just beginnings.
Is that so? Is that so? And in your head, you also hear, is that so? Is that so? As your passenger just announces itself.
Yeah, you just see Taibhse like pull uncomfortably on her ear as like the voices overlap of Ula and the passenger, and she's just, I think I've overstayed my welcome. I should go.
Oh, no. You're very welcome in this kitchen.
Taibhse wants to do an attune. And the ghost mind says supernatural entities. It does not simply say ghosts. And she wants to try to figure out what the fuck is up with this lady.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you can definitely already tell by the presence of a spirit bottle that you still have that she would probably like to have back. That she's probably also a whisper, much like you. Everything else, maybe make an attune roll.
And I get a +1 dice on that one.
Yeah, but okay. I was gonna say you have a very, very limited effect here at first, because you're going to get only like. What I was gonna say, we can use the result of that roll because it isn't terrible for once. But you're not going to get any real information unless you push or you trade position for effect, which is that you open yourself up a little more, and that opens you up to both your passenger and also Ula and Diogenes. Everybody, really.
Just fucking throw a block party in my head.
I told you to wait outside.
Carrion's just over here being like, this is why I told you to wait in the car, okay? I'm going to not on screen roll a d6. Evens, she opens. Odds, she does something smart for once. Let's go ahead and open her up. I will push myself.
Yep. Okay.
So what is that? Two more stress?
Oh yeah. It's no. You just trade position for effect, and the consequence is just going to be worse. So much worse. Perfect. As Andre, you I think get to describe what Taibhse could possibly, with an attune check, which is specifically supernatural, figure out about Ula.
Oh yeah. I think you see almost as if they were like cave paintings, something sort of base and true about everyone in the room. So you see Diogenes, and you see Diogenes just as he is. He is the only person in the room who is not even like kind of abstracted. He just kind of seems like himself. He seems weirdly like collaged into this vision. You see Carrion, and he almost morphs into the form of a camel. And you see his shaggy beard turns into a shaggy neck as your vision warps and kind of almost breaks a little bit as your world is not real right now. And you look at Ula and you see a wolf. Fully in the expression of a wolf who is snarling so viciously that it looks like it's smiling and licks its chops. And you manage to catch a look at yourself in the mirror. And you see yourself as a snake. And that's all I'll say.
And you also hear inside your head, is this the way of nature, is it not? Eat, be eaten. And that's your passenger, by the way, not Uda yet.
Taibhse, she's relatively immune to fear of ghosts and yada yada. This is her job. This is a new one. For lack of a better term, the first time you experience ego death is very overwhelming. So she presses herself back against like whatever is closest to her, and she glances at Diogenes because I think that's the one that will scare her the most. In what form? Because she knows Diogenes as a vulture. Mm-hmm. What does he look like in this vision?
You just see Diogenes move forward towards you. He doesn't alter shape. He doesn't look different. He just walks towards you. And he speaks to you in this moment. And he says,
you have been discovered once, twice, thrice. You and your weakness.
There is, I think Taibhse in this vision, she's been represented as a snake, and there is a rattle, like a rattling. She doesn't realize she has the spirit bottle in her hand that she is now quaking, holding, but it in her vision, it's coming out as a rattlesnake rattle, and she is about to strike something if it gets too close. She's pressed against the wall. She is a cornered snake. You do not corner snakes.
Yeah.
As you see the snake in the mirror, you also see that it's not just a snake, it is a snake wearing the skin of another reptile with legs.
And
I think maybe that was actually because we had this, like, what animal you are. It might be a crow.
And if I could paint the scene, it's a snake with crow feathers sticking out of its mouth.
Oh yeah.
And she like presses against the wall as everything's kind of closing in, and I am going to take the opportunity, despite everyone looking at me, just fucking like do do that thing where you like dip out of everyone's like immediate eye line and just bolt. And now we get to play Where's Taibhse?
Yeah, there are two things here. The first is, as you get ready to do that, your passenger knows your every instinct and is just, no, no more running. What are you running from? You have far more power within you than any of them.
Can I roll to resist that urge?
You will
my
have
dirge
to
storyline.
resist. Yeah. You will have to roll resolve to resist. We'll see
I don't think I have
how
any
well that
bonuses
goes.
other than, well, it's a resistance roll.
There's
and I do
no
get
position, no
my-
effect. Yeah, it's just how much stress do you take?
Is it something I can apply my Iron Will to with a bonus dice?
Iron Will says you're immune to the terror that some supernatural entities inflict on sight. Not this one. Take +1 die to resistance rolls with resolve. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Whoop, not two. I'm not gonna do that.
Interesting. So you will actually not gain any stress. Where do you disappear to? Do you run out the door or do you flee into the other world?
I think she thinks she's running out the physical door, but really what everyone else sees is just she puts her hand on what would be a doorknob, but there's none there, and the door opens. The wall just goes into blackness. She falls in, and it shuts, and it's just the wall.
And Taibhse disappears from view. Oh, well. She is very special indeed. I will find her in there later. Or perhaps I will find her elsewhere later. But I think it's time to clean up this mess. By the way, did Taibhse drop or otherwise leave behind the spirit bottle?
I'm going to do another rollies to see, because I can't tell if she did or not. She did. She dropped it.
Okay, well. Good, that one didn't break. But, my pet, I assume you didn't intend for them to follow you here.
They have a hard time taking instructions.
Do they? You know, it is so with many people. But in the end, it takes somebody who is good at giving instructions. And she just kind of pats your cheek twice, and the third one is a massive slap. Much to improve upon. Anyway, we'll get there. Just you wait. But for now, let's clean up here.
Yes, my lady.
Oh, by the way, do you want to take some of this home with you? I'm not sure you can get anything quite like that in 6 towers, was it, where you now?
Yes. 6 hours.
Right,
I
well,
will gladly take some home. Thank you.
wonderful. But I don't think you came here just for the food.
No.
Did you? Well, all right. What can I do for you then?
You saw the thing that Taibhse harbors.
I did. Mostly. There's a lot more in there. There's a lot more yet to see. But maybe once she's found her way out of there, I'll have the opportunity to talk about that more. Maybe not, but all in due time. But yes, I've seen a glimpse of it.
I apologize for our transgression against you. I come here asking humbly that you would consider helping train her and Eloji on how better to handle the occult. They know ghosts. They don't know what we come from. And if they are going to be the conduit, they must be ready.
Oh, yes. I think if you need somebody, and I do think all of you need somebody to help you, then certainly that shall be me. I do actually, though. I do need your help with something in return. Or not so much help. No, I do so much for so little in return. And yet sometimes the blue coats, the prison wardens, everyone occasionally starts asking questions that I would rather not have them lead to my door. And I do think that, as much as it pains me, it is coin that will quieten. So perhaps you can take care of that.
I will pay.
Wonderful. And with that, we're done here for now. Eloji learns a few new recipes.
Does Eloji find anything unusual? Maybe some hints as to what this delicious stew is?
Do you want to make a study roll?
Sure.
I mean, a mixed success is very much just, yeah, you do find out, but you're not quite ready for the revelation of that.
Is this risky, control?
Oh, I mean,
desperate?
it's controlled. You don't do, like, you were given the book. It's more like, if you do find out what you just ate, you're probably going to get stressed out unless you have a full success here.
I don't know what exactly would look like, but could I drop it down to risky for greater effect?
Sure. I mean, you can just start investigating the ingredients that you find around the home.
I love that.
Including like the meat that is hung out there to dry or to cure. Yeah, I think that just means you get a point of stress as you look around, reference the cuts that are shown in the book. Yeah, there's goat. There is a bird here and there. And then you keep turning the pages. Past a few things like pork or veal, things that are barely even heard of anymore for most people. Maybe in the Imperial City, but not really here. And then the writing in the book changes. Also, the pages feel different. Before that, it was kind of paper-like. Now it's more like vellum. And before long, yeah, you do realize, and as you also look at the meat that is hung out here, you have partaken of human meat. And then the door doesn't open. There is no door, but you just hear the heavy footsteps of Carrion, and the just pat 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 of Ula as they return. Well, did you find what you are looking for? And she just smiles at you.
Yes, you have some very interesting recipes in here. Some
As
of
I
the meats
said,
I've
Peruvian.
Peruvian.
I did also find what I was looking for, by the way. Your friend, Taibhse, she is very special. By the way, where is she from? We'll find out later. And that's, I think, where the scene ends. The next day again, Taibhse reappears. We're gonna see, perhaps in the future, what happened between then and now. But you're back in Crumble Tower Court, and a few days have passed. The charity ball that the Dimmer sisters have sent you to is getting closer and closer, but there's still half a week left. So I think that just brings us to downtime.
If I may go first with my first downtime activity,
Yeah.
I would like to acquire an asset, specifically a doctor for Carrion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I mean, you can spend coin, but you just did spend a lot of coin on procuring Ula's help. The silence of all the, blue coats and everybody else that you had to bribe was surprisingly very expensive, to the tune of 10 coin.
Do you have 10 coin?
You have 10 coin. You earned 12 from the last score. You had 10.
We had 10 coin, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Damn, even the doctor in Doskvol is expensive. Man, too real.
But you can acquire an asset here, sure.
All right. How bad is Carrion right now?
The only harm slot that is not filled is level 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. How high of a tier can I get with this stuff?
I think by default you get tier 1, right? But then you can spend extra coin for tier 2.
Can I spend 2 for tier 3 so we can get Carrion as close to?
Yes, but who is that? Where do you get a doctor that good? And what faction does he belong to, or do they, whoever, belong to?
I find Eloji goes to the Silver Nails and gets their doctor, because they're those guys are rough. They go out into the Deathlands. They get messed up pretty often.
Yeah.
They need a good doctor.
They actually have ties to the garrison of the Imperial Army, because they have permission to go out in the Deathlands, unlike you. And so, yeah, you do get an army doctor who is also the doctor of the Iron Nails, Silver Nails, not Iron.
Yeah.
And Yeah, you actually meet this man. You haven't met him before, I think. Kotoro,
Mm.
who, as you mentioned, Carrion is Carrion. I've heard that that's what Platon likes to call himself now. Fitting name, honestly. But he should have been instead of eating his horse. Anyway, he needs a doctor.
We're finding out so much today, aren't we, Eloji?
Um, well, there are worse things to eat, I suppose. Mm, yes.
He just looks at you. Interesting thing to say.
Karen just needs a few things seen to make sure nothing's infected.
And
He
he
was
doesn't come here himself. He usually likes to do that. Can he still walk?
technically yes.
Platon.
He was quite outnumbered.
Well, that can mean two.
I suppose it could. But
I guess I should be glad he at least fought. Is the horse still alive?
yeah, alive and still grumpy.
Well, I would ask about his bird too, but that one I think is like a cockroach. Anyway, you need a doctor? Well, the Silver Nails need guns, swords, saddles, all the wonderful things that money can buy.
Well, I'm so bereft of any of those things, but I have money. If that, so, if you are willing to exchange coin for services,
Always. And give my regards to Carrion.
well, you'll see him soon enough. Do you want I should bring him here, or will you? Can you make a
He can limp back on his own whenever he's good and ready.
Okay.
And with that, I
seeing you
guess
later
you
today.
have your physician.
I go to Carrion. Good news. I found you a doctor.
Oh, good.
Yes. And he's familiar with you, so you should
What
get
the
along.
fuck does that mean?
Anyway, like get your things. Let's go.
Oh.
God damn
So bring Carrion to the garrison doctor.
And Carrion, you can recover. You can also recover twice and use all your downtime activities on that. And then you could take your healing clock twice, which will mean give it like fill 4 segments because your crew went up in tier.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be able to remove 2 levels of harm or 2 instances of harm up to level 3. So you would get rid of some of the damage you've taken.
Yeah. That would just leave 1 slot of 2nd level harm.
Yeah, and level 1 harm just goes away on its own.
Yeah, that's already eliminated.
Yeah.
Carrion gets cleaned up pretty quick. I think just the only thing that remains from the fight was some of the shots that my Lara took towards Carrion that were a lot closer range. Just maybe like some bullet wounds that just need a little bit more time.
Yeah. And we see Carrion in the care of this army doctor. But perhaps somebody is also visiting Carrion. Perhaps also not. I'm going to leave that up to Shiv, because next we're going to see Taibhse and Taibhse's downtime activity.
Taibhse's first downtime activity, because I scrolled down the character sheet and saw a clock is nearly full. She might want to go at least moderately address the washerwoman that she's let run rampant for several sessions.
Oh, yeah. That's washerwoman, who by now has gained a little bit of local fame as the Red Fog Drowner. As you would be aware if Taibhse ever reads the paper, which I'm not even sure she does.
There are newspapers in her lab. They're just paper mached into objects. Maybe maybe she is. She's just tooling around, like making, I don't know, like a very normal and well-adjusted Multo head out of paper mache, and that's when the washerwoman she goes to put a piece on and goes, oh right, and then goes out to go do spirit warden things to try to maybe get the washerwoman in check. So she's going to go with a spirit bottle and a hollowed out porcelain doll. We're just gonna add to the collection. Taibhse's office is gonna be a really interesting place after a minute.
Okay. I think we can make this a very simple 4-segment clock, which I'm not even necessarily gonna put on the on Roll20 here. If you say that you use both of your downtime actions to just fill it up, then the first one will be you finding the washerwoman. It is, I mean, it's always dark, but this is, it's nighttime, as much as that means. The sun is dimmer than usual. You have still people out in the streets, but you can probably evade them, except, of course, the patrols of the blue coats, who also all have a spirit warden with them, because there have been some supernatural disturbances recently. You know, a building got blown up and there was just a group of ghosts standing around for a moment. And of course, the Red Fog Drowner, who has claimed 5 victims.
Taibhse, the bandages around her arms, she pulls and wraps around her hand to cover her tattoo as she goes prowling. She also has at least a semblance of disguise. Not that most spirit wardens would know her by face anyways, but she has an eye patch and like her hair is typically very curly and voluminous, and she's got it pulled in like a tight bun and like just trying to make herself just look a little bit less like herself. And to avoid a lot of eyes, she's moving via the canals to try to find this woman.
Via the canals means you are taking a gondola, or you are in the canals, or
if there's any sort of like, what am I thinking? You know, like a little edge to the canal that she can kind of Mission Impossible against. So
why not?
Yeah, just like, I mean, it is the tippiest of tippy toes that she is on, but she's managing.
Yeah, I mean, there are usually just also walkways in the canal, because people travel by gondola a lot. You do get seen. There's a gondolier just kind of Can I take you somewhere?
No, you don't want to be near me for what I'm doing. Have a nice night.
Fair enough, honestly. And just goes on.
Yep.
But you do stay undiscovered by the cops.
Yeah, she doesn't care if other people see her. It's the po-po. And her method of trying to summon this spirit is she has stolen, sorry, Carrion, one of Carrion's very dirty clothing items that he had in his scuffle, and is literally like, she'll go like a few hundred yards and then try to wash it in the canal, because that's how she summoned the first time, was mimicking washing clothes. But now she has real clothes and they've got blood and whatever else on it. So she is actually doing quite a good job washing Carrion's clothing.
Oh, yeah.
She has like laundry soap and stuff. Like, she actually has the things that like a washerwoman would have. She's sneaking around with a bucket of cleaning supplies and this bloody shirt, and is actually like washing it.
You see the blood mix with the water, and then it gets a little colder and gradually colder and colder. The water, especially, like you dip your hands in with the bloody clothes again, and it is freezing cold. And then next to you sits the washerwoman, the ghost that you freed many, many weeks ago at this point, and is also washing something. And it is also stained. There are no colors here, but from how the clothes are torn and how they look, yeah, those are probably also the clothes of somebody murdered.
She continues to wash Carrion's shirt, and she's got like laundry soap and a scouring brush, and she doesn't look up when she can sense that the washerwoman's next to her. And what she's doing, because she's smart, is starting to emulate like washerwomen at the water, just having a conversation while they're going about their chores, and just says, "I hear you've been very busy."
Oh, there was so much left undone when I died.
And
so much left to do.
So much left to do. How many could there be? You and I had a deal.
Oh, right. Yes, you. I remember you. You got me out of there.
I did.
Got my bones out of the water.
You and I had a deal, and I kept my part of it. And it seems, unless you can present me a heritage pedigree that shows the family tree includes those people you killed, your revenge is currently splattering upon other people who didn't do anything.
Oh, but look, I tried to find him. I really tried, but look, would you believe it? The bastard died 40 years ago. So I took his little sister, and then I took his wife, and their children, all fully grown at this point. I didn't realize how long I was gone. They have children of their own. But don't worry, they've done nothing yet.
So you've killed the entire immediate family?
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. I released you to kill him. And You didn't. And there are people who died who did nothing to you. So you amended the terms of our deal.
They did something.
And since you
They
amended the terms of our
I
deal,
could not.
that means I'm going to amend the terms of our deal too.
She gets up, lets the ghostly clothes just float away. They lived when I could not. You got me out of the water, and I'm gonna make you.
While she's monologuing,
she's not gonna just monologue, but yeah.
A hand of pure darkness extends from Taibse's shoulders as her hands are still washing Carrion's shirt and just snatch around her mouth.
And the ghost just struggles, but almost immediately begins to dissipate. As describe how you capture her.
She is working on a very stubborn bit of blood on one of the rips in Carrion's shirt, and as she is going through the scrubbing motion, the hand around the washerwoman's mouth is also kind of mimicking the motion. And then when Taibse dunks it again in the water, the hand basically dunks it down into a spirit bottle that was sitting next to her.
At this point, you capture her. Yeah. As this motion is very much like getting shoved back into the fucking water that you got her out of, which honestly, that's a bit sadistic of Taibse, but we'll just roll with it, I guess.
I told you, there's bleed over from the passenger now.
Oh, yeah. You just, like, the ghost is very quietly struggling. It's almost like this hand of pure darkness is swallowing up the sound, but just looks at panic.
And as she gets dunked into the spirit bottle, instead of going into the canal, it's right next to it into the spirit bottle, as she puts the cork on and says, "Let's keep the contract where it's at now." And just tucks it back into the bag at her side. And she holds up Carrion's shirt, and it is totally free of blood.
And honestly, that's where we're going to end the session. Didn't quite get to the next score, but that's fine. Next time. Yeah. That is it. We end with Taibse washing clothes in the canal. I didn't really see that coming, but that's where we end.
Look, the bad ghosts go in timeout. That's what she was doing. She was just multitasking.
Sure. Yeah. The bad ghosts. Certainly that could only be the washerwoman.
Taibse is one person. Okay,
yeah.
It's going to take her a while.
Taibse is kind of two persons. But
you know what? 1.5. 1.5.
Anyway, honestly, Shiv, you can start with outros today, I think.
Start up. Oh, hi, I'm Shiv.
I'm not sure what to say right now.
I try very hard to toe the line between silly joke character and really creepy shit. I can be found here on Find Out Productions. I do a number of things. You can see me on the Fuck Around table. You can find me doing my show Parallel Play, some new campaigns coming up later in the summer, where I play a Texan who's not really good at knowing when people don't like her. And I can also be found everywhere on the internet, Dr. Bubbles PhD, literally everywhere. Literally, if you find that, except for Xbox Live. Xbox Live, apparently I'm Dr. Bubbles MD, and I don't know why. And I, if you follow me, you will find Death Fun Facts and my most recent adventure where the orange kitten who lives in my garage got stuck in my car so bad that I had to call the fire department. His name is Pinto. He's fine, just stupid. And yeah, I'm gonna popcorn over to Andre.
Hello, I'm Andre. My pronouns are he, they. Today I played Carrion, whose pronouns are he, him, and a little bit of Diogenes, whose pronouns are fucking whatever god you believe in. You can find me at Andre Vera Art or at my website, andrevera.art, where you can see my illustration portfolio and a bunch of other games that I'm in. Next week, after we have our session, I will actually be playing live for a charity event with Unprepared Casters for Trans Lifeline. So after our game next week, maybe you should swing by and support us. I'll be playing some PvP D&D. It'll be fun. And I'll popcorn over to Prince.
Hey, I'm Prince, Prince Infidel. If you love making bad decisions when you're under stress, he, him, you can find me as Prince Infidel all over the internet. I have not been very active. That may or may not change. Who knows? Today I was playing Eloji, also he, him. And other days you might find me, like later this month, running a Blades in the Dark game. Well, Blade 68 specifically, where we'll be in the swinging 60s for Juneteenth. I'm going to be honest with you, doing some black on white crime.
Fair.
And I will popcorn it over to Janis.
Yeah. I'm Janis, he, him. Part of Find of Productions together with Shiv and Glaiza, who let us honor the fallen. Also Imani and Ariel. Imani is the person who is organizing this Juneteenth event, which, I mean, I don't really need to announce when that happens. It's Juneteenth. So be there. Other things going on, well, two things to kind of announce. One of them is a sneak peek. The first is beyond Blades in the Dark, beyond this one. On June 24th, I will be GMing a game of 10 candles. However, there will not be candles. No, there will be drums. There will be drums in the deep, as we will see the last days of the dwarves of Moria. And after that, I'm not sure we are 100% on a date and time yet, but hopefully, probably at the end of June, last weekend of June, we will actually have a panel discussion on Forged in the Dark games. And that will feature myself, Prince. It will feature 3 as of yet unannounced people. And we will talk about all the different Forged in the Dark games we have been playing, or in one case, designed. So if you like this, you should probably come and watch that. But with that, yeah, that's all I have to say, I think. Uncommonly for me, that was an outro that took me more than a sentence, so I'm honestly a bit confused at this point, but I think that's all. So see you next week. Bye.